A to the K.
To the K.
To the K. CM Punk set to face Stone Cold Steve Austin at WrestleMania.
Yes, he is. Kevin Owens suffers a boo-boo.
We have an update on Randy Orton's contract.
Adam Pearce gets a promotion, maybe.
Dexter Lumis returning to the ring soon, maybe?
What? The Hardy Boys are not happy.
No, they're not. Anthony Mandolla's coming up.
Right freaking now, Carl.
Yes, it is. Short and sweet this week. So we'll keep it punchy.
I'm short. He's...
I was gonna say that worked it better the other way around because I'm shorter than you, but you're not sweet. So.
That's true. Bitter, man. Because I'm a wrestling fan.
Yes, exactly.
Sorry.
We're one of you. So the first one to talk about, we may possibly, potentially see.
Maybe one day.
Possibly. Day. CM Punk versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. This was hinted at, Anthony, back in 2013.
Look at him.
Okay.
Punk will be stood there waiting for the match. You'll hear the glass shatter. He'll have PTSD.
Did you use real glass? You've heard it here, confirmed. It's not happening because Austin used the real glass that time.
Yeah, Austin will just troll him a little bit. He'll have Cry Me a River right after the glass shatters. Bastard. Sorry, go on.
That's fucking brilliant, though, to be fair. I love that. But yeah, so this was actually in the Daily Mail, the quote and Fightful. So if it's in the Daily Mail, you know it's
probably fake.
Probably not true. But
was a politician involved?
Probably. But Fightful had reported that CM Punk's already had discussions about potentially working with Austin now that he's back. Whatever that means.
See, I always think it's a really vague term when they say discussions. I feel like someone's just going, would you work with Austin? He's going, yeah. That counts.
Yeah. Well,
discussions, everyone. Out of my way.
It's almost as good as Ringside News. A senior tenured member of creative. Like, fuck, it's literally the same guy every time. You. Yourself. I don't know, like this has been teased since 2013 when they had WWE 13 game coming out.
I don't want to be a dick about this.
You do. You're dying to.
Like, and I'm hoping you can illuminate this for me, right? I get there was a time, you know, when he was walking around with an Austin shirt on. I get that he dropped the pipe bomb wearing an Austin shirt. He obviously has a lot of love for Austin. What's the deal? Like, why do people really want to see this match?
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
Like, that's what I don't get. They're both legends in their own right. Don't get me wrong, and massive Austin fan, right? But what I don't understand is why people are like, oh, it'd be great to see those two go head to head. It's like, really? Because I don't even feel like their styles gel all that much. So I'm not quite sure why people want to see this match.
No, it's a strange one. This is like the equivalent of people saying LA Knight is the next Austin. And it's like, no, he's not. It's like, he's really not.
Like, it's not even like you can compare them on like mic skills, because Austin, he does a lot without saying a lot, whereas Punk's almost the inverse of that.
Yeah, talks a fucking lot of waffle, but really, does he ever deliver?
It's like Austin will be stood there, he's like, right, you've been through my whole family tree at this point, Punk. You know, maybe we have some sort of match, and then he'll just like drink a beer, you know, kick some ass,
drink a beer,
and say what, beer. You know. And I totally admire that you know, Austin can get so over with the fans with just a few catchphrases, and I think I don't want to make it sound like I'm down on Austin as a talker. I just think he does it in that sort of badass, I don't have to say it that way, I'm just going to stomp your ass kind of thing. Yeah. And it's just totally different to Punk style.
Yeah.
So I don't understand why people want to see this as a match.
No, exactly.
I don't get what this pairing would actually achieve.
No,
but
you've got to think as well. The fact we got to see Austin come back out of retirement and go with Kevin Owens.
Yeah, I think Kevin Owens like obviously the more Austin we get, sound, but I think that was a great match. And if they were to say that's it, he just wanted that last match, and we ended there, I think that'd be great, because Kevin Owens fucking worked really well with that.
Yeah,
he worked his ass off there.
The sad part is though, there's not many dream matches feasibly left. Is there? Like, we had Rock and Cena.
Yeah.
Twice in a lifetime.
Maybe 3, who knows?
Well, yeah. So
imagine that. You get to WrestleMania 40 and you don't get Roman versus The Rock, you just get Rock and Cena. Fuck it.
Well, exactly. Yeah. Why the hell not?
Sorry, go on.
Yeah, like, like Taker's retired.
Yeah.
You know, The Rock may do one more. Like, Rock and Roman's as another one you could possibly make. Cena's got to have his retirement match if he's not had it already.
Yeah.
Out of that, where'd you go? So if Austin's able to do one, who else do you put him against? I guess that would be like Because, as you say, we don't know why, but there was a point in time where everyone was clamoring for this match.
Yeah. I mean, it's one that I don't want to. I'm aware I'm probably in the minority there. I just don't kind of get it.
No.
Yeah.
It's a
That's
weird
not
one.
to say I can't be surprised by it. They may do fantastic, and I'll be like, okay, I get it now. But right now, I just don't understand why people are wanting this pairing.
No, I also don't understand how we get there either at this point, because they're alluding to something with Punk and Seth Rollins. So either that's all a ruse and that doesn't happen, Punk enters the Rumble or something.
Okay. Are you suggesting that WWE may have signed somebody and not really be sure what they want to do with them? Because that really doesn't sound like WWE.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
We know
always
that
so
Triple H has everything written in advance.
Yeah, 100%.
You can tell that from Cody's story.
Yeah, it's just the most well laid out linear journey.
Yeah. I'll be honest, at this point, I'm frightened to ask Triple H for directions ever. Like, getting from point A to point B is fucking horrendous.
Yeah. It's going to be a meme in that somewhere, because, like, well, holy shit, you're not wrong. But, yeah.
It's like, oh, yeah, you do a left down there, fight Brock Lesnar.
Go around that roundabout 3 times. 3 times.
Oh, you went British with that?
I know, yeah. What do they call it? What do they call it?
I don't even know if they have them.
You do have them.
You can clarify that.
It was on The Simpsons. I thought you'd know this.
Yeah, but on like the British episode of The Simpsons.
All right.
When they got stuck on the roundabout.
And they called it a roundabout.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't know if they actually have them in the States. I don't know if they need them because their country's actually quite big and roomy.
Makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, I could be wrong. Let me know.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure there is. I can't remember what it's called.
Must be somewhere.
But, yeah. So,
what are we talking about?
Welcome to Driving Instructions with Carl and Anthony. Well, yeah, it's a weird one. Fans really want it for some reason, and I guess nobody ever thought it was possible after everything that happened with Punk leaving and Austin retiring. So.
Let me put this to you then, because I think we both kind of agree that we don't fully understand why it has to be these two. Who would you put Austin against? Because the dream match is Austin comes back and has another match. Who would be your dream match for Austin? Because I'm trying to defend my position here. I'm going, why Punk? I don't understand. Yeah. But I'm trying to think of who it could be, and can you think of anyone who is any better than Punk to be in the opponent for him?
There's a couple, I don't think I'd enjoy this match, but the match that we never got was Austin versus Brock. That's when Austin took his ball and went home.
I mean, that's a good point.
We never got that, so that could be something that we would do. Cena Austin. Never got that. That feels bigger than this.
Yeah.
So
that probably would be a bigger one. Yeah. And then he's like, has he just completed the attitude there at that point, Cena?
Basically. That's what finishing the story really is.
That's how you finish.
Came back, all your unlockables and stuff. So it's floated around. Apparently this has been discussed. In terms of whether we're going to see anything off the back of it, let's be honest. Who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know how we get there at this point unless it is just something as random as what Kevin Owens was.
The writers are just sat in a room somewhere really quietly hoping something magical happens again, like the Bloodline.
I think you're onto something with
just wait here and take some credit.
I think you're onto something with the glass thing, to be honest. You just lean into it and just be like, and also, I really hate glass. Shh, do it. And then that's it. Sets it up. That's all you need.
Nice.
So yeah, will this happen? Who knows?
Who knows? Well, I'll tell you something that people do know. Kevin Owens, unfortunately, appears to have broken his hand, Carl.
Kevin Owens.
What I said? Didn't I? Oh, no.
Kevin Owens. Because he knows.
Oh.
Owens.
Okay, what was Thomas?
I don't know.
Hands, right. So Kevin Owens.
Braun Strowman?
Oh, yeah. Remember that? Get these hands. That was kind of like...
Anyway, sorry, it's just
that was the monster of monsters or something.
Huh?
I thought that like that as a like a not as a gimmick. Is it a gimmick? Like now he's a lot leaner. He seems a lot less imposing in that sense. Don't be wrong, still a scary dude. But the monster among monsters or whatever he's called would have been better when he was a much chunkier dude. You know what I'm saying?
Lean, mean, choo-choo machine.
Yeah. He's a lean monster now. Anyway, Kevin Owens, Carl, has broke his hand. So apparently in his match with, I want to say Grayson. Yeah. On SmackDown last week, he suffered a bit of an injury, and sadly, it seems to have been confirmed since having X-rays and stuff that he has broken these ones.
Oh damn!
Yeah, I'm a doctor. I know what I'm talking about. But yeah, he suffered 2 fractures in his hand, so he may be. Well, I don't know if it like out of action per se. He probably have to be careful. May have a cast on or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's going to have loads of matches, but maybe it's not probably going to put a stop to his on-screen side of things.
No.
But yeah, he broke his hand, dude.
Happened in the middle of the match. He carried on. Got to hand it to him.
Hey, high five. Oh.
You know what I missed? The SmackDown fist. That's just something that happened on a Friday night.
Yeah, so short and sweet, but
no, not that sweet for him.
KO is going to be okay.
Like it a lot. Speaking of K's and O's and R's, RKO himself, Randy Orton, is back. He signed with SmackDown, and his contract actually expires next year. But don't you know?
So what did he just sign?
Well, exactly. It doesn't make any sense.
Wait, that's just an Arby's menu. Sorry, come.
I'd love to know what's actually inside there. You know, but they must troll them.
I would troll them.
Yeah. Like when CM Punk signs his one on Raw next week, I hope he opens it. It just says glass.
Just a picture of a cock or something.
Jack Perry?
Savage.
But yeah, so Randy Orton is back. He signed with SmackDown, but his original contract was set to expire in 2024. But rumour has it that they're going to do similar to what AEW do with their talent, and they're using
injury time. Soccer?
Exactly.
Gotta play the whole 90.
How dare you?
I'm trying to cater to our American comrades.
It's Roundabouts and football. It's our new podcast.
Yeah. Welcome back to Roundabouts and football.
But yeah, so they reckon they're going to add some injury time to it. And obviously he was maybe some red cards. And he was out of action, wasn't he, for nearly 2 years?
Damn. So he's got 2 years.
2026.
I'd love a scenario where it's like, yeah, you're not signed with WWE anymore, but you're still signed with SmackDown, you fool. Like, how are they going to figure that one out?
Yeah, that's a good point.
You're here, but we don't have to pay you.
Yeah, an interesting one. But he's back. It seems to be one of his last runs. We're going to...
one of his last runs. There's only 7 left of them. Don't know what we're going to do.
The Terry Funk approach to retirement. But
I mean, how many last runs has Ric Flair had at this point?
Fucking hell.
It's maybe his last one this time. Who knows?
I'm sure he's having the runs all the time at this point. Fucking mushroom drinks. It's not coming out of his mouth. Yeah, so
Orton... I can't stop windmilling.
It's like fucking motorized now. Starting it up. So Randy Orton could be sticking around for 2026.
Yeah,
apparently. But I don't know. I can't see it, to be honest. Are WWE contracts worth anything?
I can't see him sticking around.
Well, it's like, at this point, if he just goes, you know what, I've had enough, they're not going to be like, well, you contracted till 26, Randy.
Here's what I've never understood with... Like, I mean, I suppose it works with any contract. They're always designed to screw you over and not the company, because it's like, here's the contract we're offering you that you have to adhere to. But if we decide we don't do that anymore, then we'll pay you for 90 days and then that'll be that. So, and then I'm like, well, that doesn't sound fair. And I'm like, well, that's pretty much how every company ever works.
Yes.
So, yeah, like you say, it's only worth something to WWE, isn't it? Because they will hold him to his contract if he wanted to go.
Yeah.
If they want to get rid of him. And I've not read the contract. I don't know what clauses he's got to leave. But it seems that if they want to get rid of him, they just go, sorry.
True.
He doesn't have the same privilege, though, does he?
No.
You can ask. You can go, can I be released? And they go, no.
Yeah.
You know, like Ali.
Yeah. Ali.
Mustafa.
Ali.
Not Ali. Didn't I say it right? I think I said it right.
Ali. Down the back alley.
You know, Ali.
Ali. Yeah, Orton sticking around, maybe.
Maybe. A lot more RKOs, man. So this one, I'm not sure on, but I wanted to discuss it anyway. So Adam Pearce has... I want to call it a promotion, right? So basically, backstage now, so this isn't like as an on-screen thing, but backstage now, he's going to exclusively be the producer and general manager of Raw. Whereas previously, he was producer sort of on both shows. So you go, well, okay, that's a specific job role. And they've done the same with Nick Aldis over on SmackDown. Is it a promotion? I'm not too sure. Because it seems that they've clearly defined his role, but is it any more important than it was?
It's strange. It is a strange one. So I think he's still appearing as an on-screen talent, but because he's now not doing Raw and SmackDown, his backstage role of a producer has been expanded to the point where he can then actually spend more time producing, I guess.
But it feels like, because like you say, in that sense, it's expanded, but it's just for Raw.
Yeah.
So you go, well, is that limited as well? Because he was doing stuff on both shows for a long time? I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah,
but
since one of those
changed, man.
One of those promotions that they have. So
do I get more money? No,
no. Do I get a better title? No, but it's
you want more responsibility.
No.
So I mean, it's great for him. I like the new GM thing. I know we've always been a bit up and down as to the authority roles, and I think as long as they don't get too involved, we did the evil McMahons for a long time, and I think that's not something we need to revisit. But having an authority figure who actually appears to have some control over the show for an on-screen purpose is a useful one.
Yeah, I was gonna say kind of like Tony Khan, but then I was just expecting all the comments to be like,
appears
he
to
doesn't have any
control.
authority or control. But yeah, I still like the way AEW do it, where Tony Khan's the guy who's booking the stuff, but he's not out there every 2 minutes making it by himself. So yeah. That would be
that's
good.
fair. That's
but
fair.
At the same time, Nick Aldis pretty cool, Adam Pearce pretty cool in small doses. We don't
exactly, but that's the thing. As long as they don't start like, I mean, that being said, I was saying to you for Survivor Series, if they headed both teams, I'd have been fine with that. So
that would be cool. Like, former NWA champs going at it.
But like you say, it's not like constant. They have to like play the authority role in the right way.
Yeah,
I think Kurt Angle did an admirable job when he was GM.
Me too. I still love that meme where he's just stood there waiting to be punched in the face.
Yeah,
love it. Genius.
Nice.
So this next one again, I'll keep it short and sweet. But Dexter Lumis,
what is he doing?
Crawling around and stuff. But yeah, so he got released a while back, didn't he? And then Triple H decided, as part of being in charge, bringing back every fucker under the sun, he was going to bring back Lumis, and he was there as a creepy guy who was trying to like kidnap the Miz, I think, at the time.
Oh yeah, he kept appearing.
Yeah, guy in a hoodie, and after that, we just haven't seen him since. So it's believed he's been dealing with an injury, but he's tweeted or X'd.
Nah, it's not the same.
It's not the same. But he's put on social media a picture of himself training with the hashtag Florida Man.
Florida Man?
What does it all mean,
like
Basil?
One who committed all the crimes?
Yeah, that guy. So I've no idea what it means. Is this his new gimmick? Is he now Florida Man? Is he?
Yeah.
Florida
Man kills 20. I don't think they can really go with that, can they?
No, probably not.
Like, how can you be injured and off screen when the bulk of what you did was lie down and stare?
Yeah, that's true.
He just kept appearing on the floor, and like looking up at him and staring at him. Like, what injury put you out of doing that? Maybe eyes, maybe an eye injury. You heard it here first.
Although Rey Mysterio was right back there the next day.
That is true. Turns out you can get your eye gouged out on the corner of a steel step and be perfectly fine the next day.
Perfectly fine.
Like perfectly fine. Like his eyes
100%.
are. His vision's actually better now.
Yeah.
Than it was.
That's
somehow.
True. Yeah. So weird,
crazy.
But I'm a big fan of Dexter Lumis. I think he's got the look, if nothing else.
I kind of like, after a while, you're like, it's kind of like the Orange Cassidy effect. I was mesmerized by Orange Cassidy at first, and I'm like, I don't think you can do this gimmick forever. And this is kind of the problem.
Well, that's why Enter Florida Man.
But it feels like they may be going in a shitter direction. I'm just basing that off the loose information I have. It might be awesome. I don't know.
Well, yeah, you never know. But it might mean nothing at all. Who knows? But yeah,
it might just be that he's a man from Florida.
We may see Dexter Lumis soon.
We may. I tell you who we're not going to see soon if Tony Khan has his way. Well, that's the suggestion anyway from the Hardys podcast. Both Jeff and Matt in separate sort of comments on the extreme life of Matt.
Yeah.
They both sort of discussed the AEW run, and Jeff specifically sort of referenced like in his latter days of WWE feeling like a ghost walking around backstage, doing anything basically.
Yeah.
And he says like basically that AEW feels a bit like that right now. And Matt sort of equally expressed some level of frustration in the way they're being booked at the moment, and that he feels they've still got a lot left in them in terms of like some sort of run or creatively, and he thinks that they should lean into the frustration and be heels, and they could still get new talent over while still having that run and that TV time. And he's tried to speak to Tony and so on like that. But it seems that they're both a bit frustrated over the last few months. And I don't know about you, and I don't know if this is necessarily the take, but this felt like a bit of a, not a punishment per se, but like they kind of got downstepped after the whole Jeff situation, didn't they?
Yeah.
So it's like, it feels like they're having to earn their way back, and now they're a little bit frustrated with that. And I mean, it certainly will be about as Matt, you know what I mean? But
yeah,
like, do you think now's the time that they should get some sort of push? I mean, I think they need to be there for Edge and Christian. Like, we need to see that match happen again.
100%. I'd love to see that.
if you don't look after them now and line them up and actually give them some TV time so that the relevance is there for the people who may not have been Attitude Era fans, then you're not setting that up. And you've got to set that up. We need Edge and Christian to tag team again, and we need this fucking match.
Yeah. It's a straight. I don't know whether you saw this. The comments from Jeff. He says like he feels like a ghost in AEW.
I've just said that.
Did you? All right. I was definitely listening to.
I feel like a ghost in the show.
But he felt the same way as he said in WWE, didn't he? And that's when he started kind of literally just going a bit downhill again. So, to your point, they have almost been punished, I guess, because of Jeff.
It feels that way because they were getting plenty of TV time.
Yeah, and he has to own that. Do you know what I mean? Like he's lost a bit of trust there because Tony's brought him in under the guise that he's past all that now.
I mean, suppose that's the question. Do you think it's trust, or do you think it is a punishment? Because some of it could be like, well, I can't give you TV time, and potentially then you go rogue again. You know what I mean?
Well, so, I think there's elements of that.
Element, isn't there?
Because like if you give them the tag titles, for example, and then something happens, and he has to do, how many things has he had where he's had to strip titles from people because of stuff going on and all that? So
here come the interim champions again.
He probably wants to move away from that. But old Meltz was saying before. Apparently he's heard from a lot of people in AEW that a lot of people are very unhappy at the moment, and it's kind of like
they express things like Britt Baker being unhappy, but then you go, well, Britt Baker's posting that on socials and probably by design, so what do you take as serious and what do you take as not? Because I don't believe Britt Baker's unhappiness. I think it's possibly a mechanism for some sort of return.
Yeah,
she's had some.
Well, she's been dealing with injury as well, and
exactly.
She had a really bad back and stuff. So
I don't truly believe the whole Britt Baker thing, but that's one of the ones that's cited as like other people who are frustrated.
Yeah,
and this is, I mean, it's nice, isn't it, when you blur the lines between what's a work and what isn't, and people can't be sure, but still.
Yeah, I don't think anyone really knows.
I mean, the biggest work is when the Devil's revealed to be CM Punk. God damn.
How did they even do that? I mean, can you imagine
compromised
that?
And cloned him.
Could you imagine, like, if something like that actually happened? The internet would break, wouldn't it? Let's be honest. People would go mental.
Jeez. Or they'll just make a Colt Cabana now for a laugh.
I wouldn't mind that. That'd be funny. I mean, I would, but at the same time, for the
I mean, we'd all mind that. As long as it's not Jack Perry, I'm going to be happy.
Fuck. It sounded like it was Jack Perry.
If it's going to be Jack Perry, I'm out. I think I mentioned that last week. I'm out. If it's Jack Perry, I'm done.
Yeah. Well, they've been AEW got rid of a few people. As obviously QT Marshall's going. They got rid of Kevin Sullivan today, who's been like the
post-production. He tweeted, didn't he, saying that he hasn't been released?
Oh, has he? I don't know.
So I don't know if there's maybe a bit of misinformation there because
he left.
I think Fightful actually said they can confirm that, and then in response he tweeted, or not necessarily in response, but he also tweeted like not long after that I haven't been released by AEW. But then is it that just a choice of words and go I left? You know, I don't know. But like he seems to have suggested he hasn't been, so I don't know.
There seems like a lot of changes happening there at the minute in that company, so we'll see where it goes. But yeah, you've got the likes of the Hardys.
Tony there, just like remove this one.
You should fucking.
That's it. It's perfect.
Scribbling away in his pad like a madman, isn't he?
It's just fucking numbers.
Pure binary.
It just says all in over and over again.
So yeah, them's be the news. Let us know in the comments what you think. Like, subscribe, download, all that good stuff, and we'll catch you on the next one.